First, we are going to talk about the roadmap itself, SAFe implementation roadmap itself. So this is the roadmap of SAFe. So what we talk about, the first step we call is create a sense of urgency. That is the first step that you are looking at here, leading SAFe executive workshop. We are talking about reaching the tipping point. So reaching the tipping point is the place where you see that your organization is not performing as it was performing before. Okay, or the distance between you and your nearest competitor is reducing. Right, your competitor is doing better, or you are not doing better, or your competitiveness in the market is going down. So why it is going down? Maybe there is a lack of innovation in your company, maybe your delivery speed, or maybe customers are not happy with your product, or government regulation has changed and you are unable to change or adapt to the new changes. So there could be several reasons why your organization started going down the hill. So the moment you see that your organization started going down the hill, reason for change, right? So that's where you are going to put forward to your leadership and tell them that, okay, hey guys, this is what is happening. And this is what we call as an executive pitch, and convince the leadership to go for SAFe implementation. Okay. In our SPC class, we talk about a lot of tools and techniques on how to convince the leadership. Usually the CEOs and the CIOs of the company who are at the top level of the organization are not willing to listen to you. Why they are not willing to listen to you? Because they are at that position, they are at that level because of the things that they did in the past, right? So they believed in themselves, they did the things in certain way, and they achieved the success. That's why they are on the top of the organization. When you are already at the top of your organization, it is very difficult to convince you because you will have too much of ego, right? So when I say ego, not in a negative sense, a lot of confidence on the way they are doing the things, and you are going and challenging that confidence. You're challenging their success. So how do you challenge it without hurting, and how do you make sure that your organization starts getting into the journey of SAFe implementation is the biggest thing. I am going to teach you, we are going to teach you a lot of tools and techniques in the SPC class. I mean, this is not the time that I use. So this is the first step where you are creating the sense of urgency within your organization. Once you create the sense of urgency, what happens is that you need the people who can speak the same language as you. So what is the second step we are calling here? Building a guiding coalition. And here you are creating some change agents, SPCs, within the organization who are going to speak same language as you. Who are going to speak the same language as you, right? So that is building the guiding coalition. Once you build the guiding coalition, what you are going to do is that you are going to create a strategic vision. That is where you are going to come up with something called Lean Agile Center of Excellence. We call it as a LACE team. So this LACE team is going to provide the strategic vision. So that is step 3. Form a strategic vision. So which organizations, which countries, which portfolio, which department we want to convert to SAFe first, and then go to the next one and next one and next one, right? So that is what is forming a strategic vision. And once you do that, what is your next step? Enlist a volunteer army. So you are going to identify the people who can help you. So you are going to conduct leading SAFe for the leaders, lean portfolio management for the product and portfolio management office, and you are going to train your senior leaders and executives on what exactly needs to happen next. And then you are going to enable action by removing the barriers. So what you are going to do is that you are going to create your value streams here. And once you create the value streams, you are removing the barriers by training all the people on the train. by training all the people on the train. So what do we mean by training all the people on the train? So what are we trying to achieve here? So SAFE is, in simple words, two ways I would define it. One is it is a lean agile framework. That is one way of defining. Second way of defining is that it's a new culture. SAFE is completely a new culture. And when you are trying to embrace a new culture, there'll be a lot of rigidity. There'll be a lot of pushback from your mindset. That is bound to happen. So if you think that making this change is easier, think about yourself. So what time you get up in the morning? Let's say you get up at 6:30 or 7 o'clock in the morning, and you want to advance it by maybe 30 minutes or an hour. Okay. Can you do it in a flash like this? You can't, right? Imagine that you need 8 hours of sleep. You want to get up at 6 o'clock instead of 7 o'clock. Then you need to go to bed early 1 hour. And then you need to finish your dinner 1 hour early. You need to come back from the work an hour early, and you should go back to the whole routine changes. Even if one of them gets disturbed, what happens? You cannot implement the change that you wanted. Now we are talking about an army of people, like 120 people, 130 people in a train, right? So many people need to embrace this change. So it needs a lot of handholding, lot of thinking change, lot of strategic way of delivering the message, right? So that is where you need to have the coaches who can help you. Who can help you with the new ways of thinking, and who can help you remove the barriers. And then once you have that army, what is that you are doing? Generate short-term wins. So that is what you are doing with your first PI planning and then execution of the PI. So here, this diamond kind of structure is showing you how you get the business results. So on the top of the diagram, you see the organizations that have embraced SAFE have gained so much percentage of mileage in their implementations. And these numbers are only from the submitted cases. In my own implementation, in my own experience, these numbers have been more than double. I would say engagement has gone up by more than 100%, and productivity has gone up by 100%. I have noticed that, and quality has gone up like anything, and time to market has gone up like anything. So I have seen this I have seen this happening in several organizations, and if you are going through the SAFE journey and you still don't see these results, definitely time to talk. So feel free to set up some time with Sharath or me, and we'll be happy to facilitate maybe half an hour, 1 hour time, spend time with you guys. So what is happening here is that, sorry guys, my mouse is very sensitive. So what is happening here is that you got this result, and then as you continue your journey further and further, you are kind of improving your business results, right? This is a short-term win. That is the next step. Generate short-term wins, sustain and accelerate, and institute the change. So that's what you are doing. You are sustaining your short-term win, and then you are accelerating in the next step. That's how SAFE implementation roadmap directly follows the leading change steps from John Carter. So leading change is something, as I mentioned, several executives have followed the strategy, and they have used it widely, and it is proven successfully. And SAFE also uses the same kind of steps which are used for leading the change in any organization. Okay. So and to complete these steps, there are a lot of small things that you need to take care, a lot of finite details that you need to be aware of. All those things will be taught in the implementing SAFE, that is SPC class. And here I'm just talking about the steps, this roadmap, how it is going to look like. Okay. And one of the fallbacks of the training, I would say, instead of calling fallbacks, what we don't teach in SAFE is that the challenges that you face. We talk about how to do it, but what challenges you will face is not something that, we don't talk about. So that is something you have to gain out of experience. That is something you have to gain out of the experience. And here I would like to talk about few challenges that you will face, and how to address them will be something that you will learn as you start thinking in the lean agile way.
Yes.